Alright, so here we are with some Mortal Kombat 11 gameplay, because if you missed the news, it has been officially confirmed by Mortal Kombat, by NetherRealm, that the next Mortal Kombat game will be revealed tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. A bit early for my takes, you know, I wish it was a bit later in the day. I will definitely not be awake for that, but 9 a.m., you know. So, yeah. And before you say anything about the gameplay here, this is my first time playing Spawn since he came out. And this is my first time playing the game in like half a year or something, whenever the last time I uploaded this game was. And if you don't know, I severely hate this game. I don't like this game at all. But it is the latest Mortal Kombat game, so I'm going to play it. I'd much rather play Mortal Kombat X. But, yeah. Tomorrow I'm definitely going to upload a full, you know, a full list of things that I want changed for the newest game. Things that would really help the newest game out for me. And, you know, it would make it a much more enjoyable experience for me. This game is just, you know, I feel like a lot of Mortal Kombat players really like this game. But if you notice, the only people that really like this game are the people that play Mortal Kombat only. If you're like me and you play a bunch of other fighting games, there's two things. Number one, you hate Mortal Kombat 11, or number two, you don't even play Mortal Kombat at all, right? I noticed that the only people that are actually okay with what they did to this game are the people that, number one, are fans of Mortal Kombat 1 or 2, or they only play Mortal Kombat and they don't play other fighting games. Because this game just butchered all the fun out of Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat 10. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. And tomorrow's video, I will talk about it, because I want to talk about it kind of after I see the reveal. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow. I'm pretty much going to go over every single piece of content in this game and talk about why it sucked, because the gameplay in this game was really boring, but that wasn't the main, well, that was the, well, it's hard to explain, okay, because the gameplay in this game sucks, but so does everything else, right? The thing is that it's considered a good game because it has a disgusting amount of content. But it's just not fun. They really butchered the combos, the decision making, and the speed of Mortal Kombat, and just made it a really slow, not many combos. I mean, the reason that I was okay with playing Spawn for this video is because I know that for the most part, I really don't need to know much about the game to actually win. I can get by with just down one throw with a basic combo, maybe with some basic crushing blows thrown in. I mean, I almost won my first match here. And spoiler alert, I win the other matches. So, yeah, I don't like this game at all. But don't worry, tomorrow's video I'm going to talk about everything I hate about this game. But I promise I will make sure that I will give this game credit where it's due, right? Because I don't want to blindly hate on the game. I will give this game, when I go into full in-depth into it tomorrow, I will give this game, you know, the rightful credit it deserves in some parts. But yeah, overall, I will say this is the most disappointing game I've played in my entire life. My whole life. This right here disappointed me more than any game I've ever played. Yeah. And I think the weird thing about it is, if you look at it as a game, right? You look at it as a game as a whole, the game is actually pretty good. It's just that, if you compare it to the other Mortal Kombat games, even though this game has more content than any of them, it's just nowhere near as good. It's just boring. So yeah, I'm definitely going that tomorrow. I'm not expecting any gameplay tomorrow. If you don't know, PlayStation announced that they're doing probably their biggest showcase ever. A spoiler alert, it was leaked months ago that this is going to be the best PlayStation event there ever has been. Or at least it's going to be very up there. So, I have my expectations high, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of expecting, there to be Mortal Kombat 12 or Mortal Kombat 1, whatever the game is gonna be called, gameplay there tomorrow. Yeah, that's all there is to it. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. By tomorrow, I don't think there's going to be any gameplay. If you don't remember, Mortal Kombat X and Mortal Kombat 11, when they were revealed with trailers that had zero gameplay. They just had music and things that showed what the game was about, with a release date at the end of the trailer. So I am expecting a release date tomorrow, but I'm not expecting any gameplay. And that's all. I mean, we're just gonna see. But I am kind of expecting gameplay at PlayStation's event. If not, Summer Games Fest is like 3 weeks away, if that. So it'll be there. I don't think we're gonna go over a month without seeing gameplay. Unless they're just not a part of that in general and they're doing their own thing. That could be possible. I don't think it'd be very smart, but it's definitely possible. Yeah, all I want is for this game to be better than Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat X. Because if this game is better than Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat X, in my personal opinion, I think that we will be in the golden age of fighting games. Because a lot of people say that the golden age of fighting games was probably like 1990, like 6 to like 2001, you know, that 5-year span. And you know what? Marvel vs. Capcom, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Capcom vs. SNK, you know, all that really went crazy back then. But I disagree, because yes, all those games kind of started there, right? However, Street Fighter 6 is probably going to be the best Street Fighter game ever. Tekken 8 is probably going to be the best Tekken game ever. Mortal Kombat, if it is the best Mortal Kombat game ever, and Project L might be the new DragonBallfighterz and might be as big or bigger than DragonBallfighterz. All of this is going to be coming out within maybe the next 18 months. I think Project L will come out at the end of next year, right? Next 18 months. And that's just the stuff we know about. So I would argue that, you know, this is the golden age of fighting games and not the 2000s, you know. Even though that's where fighting games got started, I don't think any of them will compare. You know, they'll always be, you know, classic and legendary, but I mean, literally, if we're about to get the best, undeniable best game in every fighting game series, I mean, how could you argue that, you know, the other, like, the late 90s was the golden age, you know? Because, I mean, you can argue that Street Fighter 3 isn't the best Street Fighter game. You can argue that Mortal Kombat 3 isn't the best Mortal Kombat game, even when they came out. You can argue that Tekken 4, you know, is not the best Tekken game. And many people would agree with that. But I personally believe it's going to be hard to argue that Street Fighter 6 is not the best Street Fighter game, that Tekken 8 is not the best Street Fighter game, that Project L is not going to be a game that's going to be played for decades, and that, you know, if Mortal Kombat 12 looks good tomorrow, I'm just saying it might be actual golden age of fighting games. Because all these games are going to have crossplay. All these games are going to have rollback. I mean, it'd be absolute perfection, you know. So, obviously, a lot of people are going to disagree with that. But I just think, you know, if you take your opinion aside and you really look at what's happening here, it's very hard to disagree. Because we're also about to have a new Mark of the Wolves within 5 years, you know, a new Galro, a new Fatal Fury. We just had a new KOF, which I'm not a fan of, but a lot of people are. You know, we just had a new Guilty Gear game that, you know, might not be, you know, the most faithful sequel, but it's still there. And then we're about to have these 3 bangers back to back. Hopefully Mortal Kombat 12 is a banger. And I do want to say that if Mortal Kombat 12 looks anything like this game, I will not be uploading it on the channel, and I will not be buying it. I'll definitely play the beta if there is one, just to try it out, but I will not be buying the game if it is anything like this. They had their chance, right? I'd much rather play Tekken 8 or Street Fighter 6 than give the next Mortal Kombat game a try if it looks anything remotely like this. That's all I gotta say about that. You know, tomorrow I'm gonna go in depth on what they should change. Spoiler alert, it's a lot. And yeah, we're gonna see tomorrow. So, you know, like, subscribe, and tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is the day. Will the future Mortal Kombat be saved for me personally? Or will it be another Mortal Kombat 11 situation? I'm not falling for it this time. And yeah, peace.